Good afternoon and welcome. Hi, Joanna. Hi, Marion. Hi, Jenny. Hi, Linda. Thank you so much for coming this afternoon. We had 20 people that signed up for this class, so I'll wait to see who else is coming. Someone is texting me asking how to get in. Always the troublemakers. Linda, do you see that Christine is in the waiting room?
No,
If you click on participants,
participants. Waiting room, Christine, admit. Okay, got it.
So right now, oh, Christine, I love that logo. That's really beautiful. Hi, Livy. So as the participant number goes up, you'll just click on it and let them in. Okay, beautiful. So welcome, ladies. I'm doing something new. This is a brand new masterclass that I'm presenting, and it's called She Who Remembers. So I have this phenomenal higher self, and I got introduced to her and years ago, like, I don't know, 5 years ago. I'm going to take you on the same journey that I was taken on. And she then got introduced to me as a being by the name of Sahaniel. Sorry. And then she got introduced to me as a being named Haniel, who is the archangel Haniel. And she represents Netzach in the Tree of Life. And so a girlfriend of mine who's an incredible artist, she has painted, the first painting that I saw that she did was this painting of Hathor. So I ended up buying the painting because Hathor was the first being that I started channeling back in 1996. Then I saw her painting this painting of Mary Magdalene, and I bought that painting. And then Yeshua, commonly known as Jesus, said, I want her to do a painting of me. And I was like, okay. So I commissioned her to do a painting of Yeshua ben Joseph. And she did this stunning painting of him, which I'm pretty sure I have around here somewhere. And then one day, my higher self said, oh, here's the painting she did of Jesus. What's really cool is she had done the painting and then she went away on a retreat and I went away on a retreat. When we came back, she put the light coming out of his hands. Isn't that gorgeous? Anyway, she's done, I think, 24 paintings now. She painted Venus. She painted Archangel Michael. She painted Metatron and Melchizedek. She painted Lucifer. She painted Mother Mary. She painted Kuan Yin and Inanna. She's painted, let's see, Ra. She painted Isis. She painted, this is the one that she just did of Sanat Kumara. Absolutely stunning. So Yeshua says he works for Sanat Kumara. So Sanat Kumara and Venus are twin flames. And Venus was here on Earth and then she went back to Venus and she left Sanat in charge of kind of like our entire galaxy universe. And he hired Yeshua to come and to help us. And then I commissioned her to paint Sahaniel. Sahaniel is my higher self. And Sahaniel then revealed herself to me as Haniel, who is an archangel. She's a female archangel. And then that was a mind-blowing experience. So today I'm going to take you on a journey to have each of you experience your higher self. And it's a beautiful, beautiful journey. So Haniel is known as She Who Remembers. So one of the things that I have is mastery over the Akashic records, the reading of the records and such. And this light that comes right here is the light of the Akashic records. All of us have this within us. We each have access to our own Akash. Isn't she gorgeous? I said to Matanya, I don't care what you say, but to me, this is the most gorgeous painting you've ever done. And she said, I would have to agree. She's painted dragons. She's painted pyramids. She just goes in there and she paints. And she has no formal training, which I just love. It's interesting. I reached out to her and I said, "That's Hathor. Can I buy the painting?" And she said, "I don't know. I need to ask the painting." And I thought, oh, good, a fellow weirdo. How fun. And she comes back and she goes, "Yes, that is Hathor. And yes, you can buy the painting." And then it was shipped to me in my home. And then the next thing I saw was the painting that she had done of Mary Magdalene. And I reached out to her and I said, "That's Mary Magdalene. Can I buy the painting?" And she said, "I don't know. I have to ask the painting." So then she started to trust me. And we've had this incredible journey of I'm like, I'm being told you need to paint this. I'm being told you need to paint that. Or, it's a very, very fun, beautiful dynamic. When she was painting Kuan Yin, she had Kuan Yin's hands together and she goes, "I just don't know what goes there." And Kuan Yin said to me, "Tell her it's a lotus." And I said, "Oh, it's supposed to be a lotus flower." And she goes, "Oh, that makes so much sense." And then she put the little lotus flower in the painting. So I have a very, very deep and beautiful connection to Matanya and to these ascended masters. And I channel most of them. And it's a really extraordinary look. This is Venus. Isn't that gorgeous? So today we're going to have a journey with Sahaniel. And we're going to have beautiful, deep guided meditation. And then I'm going to actually bring Sahaniel forth and you guys can have a conversation with her. And yeah, this is a little bit different. It's so interesting. I was talking to a woman the other day and she goes, "You are a big psychic." I said, "Yes." "You want to finish that sentence?" She has big psychic presence. And I'm like, I don't think that was the word you were going to use, but I'll take it. So I am a psychic, I'm a medium, I'm a full body trance channel. My soul origin is that of being an oracle. I hail from Arcturus and other places, and I'm here on behalf of the Creator. I'm here on behalf of Yeshua and Magdalene. I channel both of them. I channel about 20 different ascended masters, and I read the Akashic Records. But more importantly than reading the Akashic Records is I teach other people how to read the Akashic Records. So if that's anything that you would like to learn how to do, I have classes and we teach people. And it's really an incredible journey. Are all of you, is there anybody that's not familiar with the Akashic Records? I assume, listen, I assume if you're here, you got guided to come here. You didn't trip and fall into this room, right? You're here on purpose. Okay. All right, we still got people coming in. All righty. So let's see who's here. Hi, Jenny, and welcome. Hi, Joanna. It's good to see you, love. Hi, Christine. Hi, Gary. Hi, Marion. Hi, Joyce. Laura Lee. Dania. I haven't seen you in a while. It's so good to see you, lovey. Thank you for being here. Hi, Marion. Hi, Joyce. Hi, Ellen. Oh my God. So many people I love. I love when this happens. Um, so I'm supposed to tell you that I'm leaving on Sunday to go to Paris, and then from Paris I fly into Israel. And I'll be there for a week with my Kabbalah teacher. And then this Sunday the 8th, I fly back to Paris, and then I fly home to New York on the 9th. And I am on a mission. I don't know what it is. I'm going back to the place where I laid my hands in the Mount of Olives. It's across from the city of David. Um, uh, and when I laid my hands on the grave of the Rashash back in 2009, my gifts of mediumship and channeling kaboomed open. So this is the work that I'm meant to do in this incarnation. And I'm thrilled to be here. And I have two women that work with me that are here. I just want to give a quick shout out to them. Linda Toma is now the person in charge of me. She in the past year has become, she went from being a student and a client to becoming a dear friend, and she's now my business office manager. And I love her dearly. She's able to wrangle me, which is a big deal. So I love you, Linda, and thank you for being here. And then there's Laura Lee, and Laura Lee has worked with me for years. She is actually our chief operations officer. So she's the one that makes sure everything in my organization runs smoothly. And I love her. She's this tiny little person. And she's like my other tiny little person that works for me. Like, I think one of them is like 4'8" and the other one's 4'10. But you couldn't have them be any taller. Like they couldn't be as big as Barron Trump. all 7 feet tall of him, because we'd be blinded by the light that comes out of them. But the light and the wisdom and the gifts that these women have are just extraordinary. And then I have some other women that have walked the path with me. Ellen and Joyce have been with me for years. And some people are newer to this path. Christine has just joined us. We've tucked her in and we're keeping her. Just an absolute delight. So thank you all for being here. Gary, I met at a conference. Linda and I were at a conference with some others, and he leans forward to us and he goes, "Do you know anything about the Essenes?" And we were all cracking up because that's where we all hail from. So it's just a delight to have all of you here today. I'm very excited to bring Honey Elf forward for you. But first, we're going to start with a journey. So I'm going to invite you to close your eyes, to take everything out of your lap, to let your arms be uncrossed, your legs be uncrossed, and if you feel inclined, to let your palms fall open on your thighs. And we're going to take you on a journey to have a meeting with your higher self. So the very first thing that I'm going to ask you to do, and Linda, you can join in on this. We're good. I'll keep my eye on in case anybody else shows up. The very first thing I'm going to ask you to do is just to take a beautiful inhale in through the nose, very gently. Inhale into your body. Pause at the top. And then as you exhale, I want you to start to drift your consciousness from the head down towards the heart. And I want you to just become present to where it is you are in time and space. Notice the noises and the movements in the room. Notice the temperature of the room. Take another beautiful inhale in through the nose. Pause at the top, and then a beautiful, relaxing exhale through the mouth. And I want you to notice where your body is touching a surface, where the clothes are touching the body. And just pay attention to your senses, your sense of feeling, of smell, of sound, of touch. Notice the taste in your mouth. I just got my teeth cleaned, so it tastes like mint. Ooh. Take one more beautiful, rich, full inhale in through the nose. Breathe it in, breathe it in, breathe it in. Pause at the top. And as you exhale and release, fully release into your heart. Next, I want you to take an inhale directly into your heart. And as you exhale, I want you to send a golden grounding cord from your heart all the way down into the middle of beloved Gaia. Send it down, 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 down. And when you come to the center of Gaia, I want you to loop that golden cord and then take an inhale in. And on that inhale, you're going to bring it up, 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 up. Exhale, bring it back to your heart. So you now have a golden grounding cord that goes from your heart all the way down into the center of Gaia and back to your heart. Take another inhale into your heart. And this time on your exhale, I want you to ground up. Open up your crown and shoot a golden grounding cord from your heart up, 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 up into the center of heaven, all the way up, 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 up. And when you get there, loop it and then take another inhale. And then on your exhale, come back down, 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 down through the crown, back to the heart. So you now have a gorgeous figure 8 Mobius strip that loops you and grounds you both to earth as well as to heaven. And your heart is the nexus, it's the center point. Next, I want you to inhale directly into your third eye, your ajna, right between your eyebrows. Inhale in. And as you exhale, I want you to let yourself move back about 2 inches so you come to the center of your head. Next, take an inhale in, and on your exhale, I want you to engage your imagination, theta frequency, the frequency of pure truth, the frequency of the quantum realm. And I want you to imagine that there is a being that stands before you. And this being is your higher self. Notice that when you connect with this being, you feel the most incredible sense of love. This is you in all of your power, in all of your majesty, in all of your beauty, and all of your grace. This is you as the spiritual being that you are. You take another inhale in, and on your exhale, your higher self begins to walk towards you. And then you walk towards your higher self, and the two of you merge. And just take an inhale in and just allow yourself to feel the merging of you and your higher self. See if your higher self will tell you their name. You may already know their name, and you may receive it or you may not. But see if you can allow yourself to be so completely embroiled. Feel the unconditional, complete love that this being has for you. This is you connected to your soul. Together, the two of you chose what this incarnation would be, what it is that you would be doing, where it is that you would be going. All of the soul contracts were negotiated between the two of you. Take another inhale in, and the two of you come to the edge of a forest. This is the forest of spirit, your forest of spirit. Everybody has one. You take another inhale, and on your exhale, the two of you begin to walk on the path that is cleared for you within your forest of spirit. Notice how lush and green the trees are. And all of the creatures in this forest, they're friends of yours. And as you walk down the path, you come to a clearing where there's an enormous tree, which happens to be your tree of life. You see her enormous trunk. You feel how deeply her roots go. You see her limbs. You see her branches. You see her leaves. And understand that your Akashic records, the pages of your Akashic records, are actually written on the leaves of your tree of life. And you and your higher self, the two of you walk up to the tree and you wrap your arms around her trunk, and she leans her branches down and she pulls you towards her. And you take a beautiful inhale in. And on your exhale, you release to your tree of life any concerns, cares, worries, fears, anxieties, any drama in your life, you just give to your tree. And she, through this beautiful process of photosynthesis, she absorbs your light that's mixed in there with all of the shadow. She takes it in, and through the incredible process of spiritual photosynthesis, she turns it back into pure white light. There's a cleansing that occurs. You take another inhale in, she lifts her branches. You and your higher self step back, and you thank her. She holds wisdom for you. I want you to place your right hand on her trunk, and I want you to ask her, do you have a message for me? And allow yourself to receive the message that she has. She is the keeper of your wisdom. Your higher self for you is he or she who remembers, and your higher self has complete access to your tree of life that holds all of the wisdom within your Akashic records. If there is a question that you have for your higher self, ask at this time. What is it that you wanted to know? Is there a problem that you need to have solved? Is there something that you want to know about a certain situation in your life? Love is a function of communication. Allow yourself to have communication with your higher self and the archive of your Akashic records. Thank your tree for this wisdom. Thank your higher self for this gorgeous communication. Take another inhale, put your hands in prayer, and please bow to your tree in reverence and gratitude. This tree of life, it loves you, it knows you, it witnesses you, and it is yours. Always has been and always will be. And now you and your higher self walk back to the edge of the forest. Know that you can come here anytime. You can come and have communication with your tree of life. You can have any questions that you have answered here. This wisdom belongs to you. It's a gift from God. I have an alarm that I set on my phone every day at 2:22, which it is for me right now, to tell Sahaniel, my higher self, how much I love her. And the alarm just went off. I love the timing of the universe. So as you come back and you are embodied with your higher self, know that this relationship is the most precious. This is the Holy Spirit. This is your personal version of the Holy Spirit. This is the being that connects you directly to Source itself. Make a promise to yourself and to your higher self to stay in communication. Any questions that you have, anything that you want to know, turn within and your higher self is right there. So take another inhale in, and on your exhale, go ahead and step back from your higher self. Were you able to get the name? Were you able to let yourself receive the love that your higher self has for you? Thank them for joining you today and make a promise to visit more often. This is your gift from God. This is the aspect of you that has the 30,000-foot view of everything that's going on, knows you from the past, knows you from the future, knows you from the present, all of your simultaneous lifetimes, knows everything that's going on. So when you want to know what's next, what do I do about this? Where do I go? How do I go? How do I solve this problem? How do I release this fear? How do I make $1 million? Anything you want to know, your higher self has that wisdom, whatever it is. Take another inhale in. And then when you're ready, you can go ahead and open your eyes. Would anyone like to share what that journey was like for them? How many of you were able to get a name? Or maybe you already knew it? Beautiful. Beautiful. Anybody want to share what that experience was like for them? Joanna? Okay.
Sorry, I don't do Zoom very often. So I have been trying to get in touch with my higher self for I don't even know how long, and I just blocked it or whatever. But this time it did work. I got the name Aisha or something to that effect, and she came with a unicorn on one side and a dolphin on the other. So I like
my
merged
God.
all three of them. It was the coolest
Total,
ever.
total goosebumps. I see visions of Atlantis when we were able to communicate with all those creatures.
Yes, very much so. Like Lemuria, Atlantis, like the whole nine. It was a beautiful experience. And I want to thank you very much for that.
You're so, so welcome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So happy for you. I I do this exercise where every day I take at least 5 minutes, and I'm working towards more, to spend time with Jesus, to attune myself to his frequency. And as I've been doing this, everything's changing. He's got me flying to Los Angeles. He's got me flying to Israel, going all over the place, making connections with people that it's so important for me to connect with. And there's now this frequency of truth. When you're around him, he doesn't miss anything, by the way. He sees everything, he knows everything, right? So there's this frequency of truth that I've been living in, and it's like getting on the people around me. So as I'm doing these classes with you guys, you're stepping into this frequency of truth that he imbues me with and that I bring to you as the channel. And when my higher self and I connect, by the way, I'm going to take you guys on a quick field trip. So I showed you the cards, but Tanya did this painting, and it's just enormous. So this is Sahaniel, my higher self. Isn't this stunning? This huge 4 foot by 5 foot painting of this gorgeous goddess is here. So I keep looking over to her. That's why my eyes are going out to the side. Joanna, congratulations. That's absolutely stunning. Is there anybody else that got the name of their higher self and you hadn't gotten it before? Gary, tell us about that.
Yeah, so the name that I got was Alpha.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, and usually I can get names of whatever that I go into, but I've never been able to do it with my higher soul.
Right on. Right on. I'm thrilled for you. Congratulations. Anybody else? Jenny.
Yeah, it's my first time hearing a name, and I heard Veronica or Ronnie. And it was interesting because when I was a child, most of my dolls were women's names that I could shorten to men's names. So it
That's
was something
adorable.
to get that. Yeah.
So this is you guys remembering. This is the truth of you. This is guidance that you have that is connected to your heart, that's connected to your soul, that is your soul. So congratulations to all of you.
Thank you very much for this
You're
gift.
very, 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 very welcome. Ugh, I moved to tears. I'm absolutely thrilled. So I'm going to do something that I haven't done before, and I didn't know that I was going to do this, but I was told just as we were beginning that I'm actually going to channel Sahaniel. Um, she is the keeper of the Akashic records. Um, she's in the tree of life. She holds the position of Netzach, and she is, to me, the embodiment of everything that I've ever wanted to be, everything I've ever aspired to be. And she continues to unfold and manifest through me. And I was recently in Los Angeles, very last minute trip, got to see my Kabbalah teacher. I hadn't seen him 15 years. We're all flying. He's actually in France right now at a wedding, and then we're all meeting up in Israel. And there was this phenomenal experience that happened when we were all there in 2009. There's another Kabbalah teacher that's joining us. So I fly to Los Angeles. I'm supposed to fly on a red eye Monday night, coming back to New York. And I get this text message in the afternoon that says, due to equipment failure. I'm like, what? I'm not going to be on that flight. And so I've already checked out of the hotel. I'm driving the little BMW that the lovely people at Sixt rented to me because my other car wasn't ready. And she goes, "Can I give you an upgrade?" And I'm like, "Of course you can." So I was buzzing around LA in this little BMW, and I'm supposed to have dinner with a girlfriend before I head to the airport. And she goes, "Why don't you just stay here?" And I'm like, "Really?" And she goes, "Of course, I have a parking spot for you downstairs. Come and stay with me." And she takes me into her office, and she slides open her closet door, and there were hundreds of crystals on these 5 shelves. And she goes, "I want you to pick one." She said, it's going to call to you. And I hear the word apotholite in my head. And I'm like, I don't know what that looks like. You know, like I know garnets and I know rubies and I know diamonds and I know sapphires and, you know, a few crystals, but I didn't know apotholite. So this one crystal, it's like it's literally singing at me, right? And this is the crystal. It's called diamond apotholite, right? And so I pick this crystal and the crystal starts talking to me because, you know, that happens. It's just how God made me. I talk to crystals, I talk to tables, I talk to plants, I talk to animals. There isn't anything I don't talk to. And I'm looking at this thing and Spirit says, Google diamond apophyllite. What is the spiritual meaning of diamond apophyllite? And I kid you not, it says it connects you to the Akashic records. So my mom goes, where are you going to put it? And I'm like, oh, I'll just put it here on the table. And when I got home that night, I'm about to go upstairs and the crystal's like, excuse me, I'm going upstairs with you. So I couldn't fall asleep till 4:30 in the morning because this thing was like buzzing at me all night, right? I wake up the next day and it's like, excuse me. So it's coming with me to Israel. It's coming with me to France. This beautiful freaking crystal. I love it. Like it's just, I don't know if you guys can tell the way that it glimmers and shines, but anyway, diamond apophyllite. So gorgeous. So gorgeous. Oh, it's from India. Thank you, baby. So Ellen is one of my dearest girlfriends. Um, I lived in Los Angeles for years and years and years, and we used to do Thanksgivings together and Christmas together and celebrations together. And I'm thrilled that you're here, my love. I'm thrilled that you and Joyce are here. I think Joyce said she's getting her hair done. But, and Marion, I am so happy that you're here. I'm flying to Israel to go to David's event. Shalom Sharavi, the guy that I talked about, is meeting us. We're all going to go back to the Mount of Olives, to the grave site where all that happened. And then we're going to start to plan trips to Israel. So it's going to be amazing. I'm thrilled that you're here. Thank you so much for being here, love. Marion and I met in Los Angeles at David Guillem's event, my Kabbalah teacher. And I'm thrilled that you're here, Lovey. It's great to have you. So, all right, I'm going to bring Sahaniel forth. Please enjoy this. I haven't channeled her before, so this is going to be really, really cool. I'm just going to do a transition. Mm. Greetings, beloved ones. Mm. Beloveds, this is indeed a divine appointment as we bring you into the deepest connection with the aspect of you that mystifies and delights all of us. Your divinity, beloveds, is the key to your happiness. When you allow yourselves to remember who you are, when you allow yourselves to say, I am not these circumstances, I am not these thoughts that I think, I am not these fears and concerns that I have. What I am is an aspect of divinity itself. I am a walking, breathing experience of love. When you allow all of the energetic centers within your bodies, within your physical bodies, within your emotional bodies, within your mental bodies, to come into the coherence of your divinity, you will find yourself enjoying life in a way that you never have before. And there are those of us who stand guard to your own Akash, for you to have the experience and the journey of a lifetime by going within. So come within, beloveds. Ask for us to guide you to your own wisdom, beloveds, to your own divinity. And know that freedom is available for you. Everything that you have ever wanted and desired will come to you, for the seeds that have been planted for that desire have been planted by the Creator for you to manifest everything that you have ever wanted, beloveds. We are here to provide you with guidance. We are here to provide you with truth. And all that we ask of you, beloveds, is that you will allow yourselves to do one thing, and that is to remember. The remembering is the place of putting the parts of you that have been disconnected and separated back together. It is plugging the cord back into the wall, wondering why it cannot light from within. Beloveds, you are the very divinity that you seek. Everything that you want and everything that you need and everything that you are already exists. If there are desires that you have, precious ones, know that they are meant for you. And the more that you allow yourselves to remember, the easier and the faster and the more swiftly it comes for you. We thank you for being upon this journey with us. We thank you for allowing yourself to hear and to receive the remembrance of the truth of you. We are with you always. If you knew the myriad of beings that surround you, we are quite crowded, elbowing one another out of the way to come forth and to be the one that is chosen to speak to you and with you. Understand, beloved ones, that when you turn to us and you ask for our assistance, it helps with our ascension as well. For us to be of service to you allows us to join with you in the ascension plan. So please reach out to us and allow us to be your guidance. Allow us to be your assistance, for this is solely what we have been created for. We love you beyond measure. We see you and we know you. And most importantly, beloveds, we remember you. Allow us to help you to remember yourselves. Greetings and salutations, precious and beloved beings of light. And indeed, we shall speak with you again. Ika osta puf, kinkana mi ta vistan. Okay, I'm going to watch that recording. Was she cool? Was she awesome? I can't wait. I can't wait. I never like to see myself on video. I don't know what that is. I don't go back and watch, but this one I definitely want to hear her, because she's like what she sounds like in my head. I don't know what she sounded like to you guys, but anyway. Well, thank you all so much for being here. If any of you have any desire and I can be in any way, thank you, love. If there's any way that I can be of assistance to you, here's what I can offer. I teach and I mentor and I do healings that are like witnessing. I witness you back to the truth of you. So we take whatever it is that's trapped within you and we release it back to source. I had this stunning moment today when I realized, my chiropractor once said to me, all pain is caused by inflammation. And I thought, what about the pain that and like the anguish that we feel emotionally or mentally? And what Sahaniel explained to me today is that when we have energy that comes to us in the form of an emotion, and emotions are energy in motion, but it comes to us too quickly or it comes to us too intensely, and we say, I can't deal with that. I can't handle that. The energy blocks, gets trapped inside of our body, and it creates masses, and sometimes it creates illnesses, things we haven't been able to say or feel or hear. my Kabbalah teacher, David, was saying to us, let yourself feel the pain. Remember that, Marion? He was saying, let yourself feel the pain, because then you walk through it. So I have tools and techniques where I teach you how to do that. And I have classes. I have one class that's 12 weeks, and I have 6 other classes that take a whole year to go through. So and Christine's just saying, we did a healing session for her and she's felt so much lighter since that. You know, beloved Linda now speaks light language. Now she's speaking on behalf of the plants and the mineral kingdom. And we have another girl that speaks to animals. Nina learned how to open up her ability to speak to the animal kingdom. So if there's any part of you that would either like to have a session, we can do a big one, we can do a little one. If you want to have an experience of any of this, please reach out. My team is here. My website is Soul Mastery University. I'm traveling right now, but I'll be back. I'm going to be around for the summer, and I'm going to be teaching, and we have masterminds. We have year-long masterminds. We have this incredible program coming up that's called the Reclamation of the High Priestess for women. And we have room for a few more people if anybody feels inclined to join us for that. And it's going to be me and Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene and I wrote a book together a couple years ago. We spent a year going through the 365 days of A Course in Miracles. And this is all of her divine wisdom. And it's just a gorgeous, gorgeous book. And Magdalene is going to bring everybody back to the full remembrance and the reclamation of ourselves as high priestesses. So if that calls to you in any way, we'd love to have you join us. And, you know, I'm here twice a month on Fridays and twice a month on Tuesdays, channeling Jesus, channeling Magdalene, channeling Sahani Ellen, a whole bunch of others. I take you through this really fun class. It's called Clearing the Clairs, where we go in and measure your psychic abilities and open them up. And sometimes we do Akashic record readings, and sometimes we do this. This was delightful. I loved, I had no idea. Honestly, I had no idea. I said to my staff, what's she who remembers about? They said, well, you brought it to us. And, you know, something about your higher self. And I'm like, Sahania, what are we doing? She goes, don't worry, I got you. So I come into these things. I have no idea what's going to happen. She goes, we're going to take them into the forest of spirit. And we're going to introduce them to their higher selves. We're going to merge them. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I want you to know I'm along for the ride. I love what I do. My life is so crazy blessed. And I'm just thrilled that you all came. Thank you for hearing the call. Thank you for coming forth. I love you dearly. And if there's anything that I or any of the people that are in my world can do to help you, I teach people, and now they're the new students, and they're the new healers, and they're the new channels. Joyce is saying, Lynn has guided me through the last 3 years of showing me to live my highest self-love. I love you, Joyce. I just got to see Joyce when I was in Los Angeles. We got to have the most delicious time together. I love people. Like, I love all of humanity, and I'm here to help in any way that I can. So please reach out. You can find me online. If you can't, you're not looking hard enough. I'm on Instagram. I'm on YouTube. I'm on TikTok. I'm on, where else am I? Facebook. I love you. I thank you. It is my honor to be of service to you. I am thrilled for those of you who got to connect with your higher self. And if there's any of you that didn't, and there's something in the way of that, please reach out to me, because I know how to help you get around that as well. I love you all. I thank you. Linda, did I forget anything? Laura Lee, did I forget anything? No? All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love you dearly, and I'll talk to you all soon. Shabbat shalom, everybody. And I take you with me in my heart to Israel, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.